Machiavellian calculation is a strategic approach to decision-making and action. It prioritizes foresight and analytical thinking over impulsive reactions. This method involves a systematic evaluation of all relevant circumstances. The primary goal is to achieve specific, desired outcomes effectively. It emphasizes rational assessment and planning in complex situations. This framework guides actions toward predetermined objectives with precision. The first principle of Machiavellian calculation is unwavering realism. This means perceiving situations exactly as they are, without subjective bias. It requires a clear, objective assessment of circumstances. Idealism or sentiment must not distort this perception. Realism ensures decisions are based on factual reality, not wishful thinking. Pragmatism is a philosophical approach that evaluates theories or beliefs in terms of the success of their practical application. It dictates that actions should be judged primarily by their practical effects and utility. The focus is on whether an action effectively achieves its intended objectives. This principle prioritizes outcomes and functionality over adherence to abstract moral absolutes. Therefore, the truth or rightness of an action is determined by its practical consequences. Foresight is a critical principle involving the anticipation of future outcomes. It focuses on understanding the potential consequences of current actions and decisions. This proactive approach enables effective planning for various scenarios. Ultimately, foresight serves to mitigate risks and enhance strategic preparedness. Adaptability is a fundamental principle for sustained effectiveness in dynamic environments. It defines the capacity to modify existing strategies and tactics. These adjustments are made in direct response to evolving conditions or circumstances. The core objective of adaptability is to maintain or enhance effectiveness. This ensures continuous relevance and success despite external changes. A fundamental aspect of human nature is the concept of self-interest. This principle suggests individuals are primarily motivated by their own needs and desires. People inherently seek to preserve their current status and well-being. They also strive to advance their personal positions in various aspects of life. This drive for self-preservation and advancement is a core tenet in understanding human behavior. Niccolo Machiavelli, a prominent political philosopher, analyzed the dynamics of power and governance. He famously posited a controversial principle regarding leadership and human nature. Machiavelli observed that it is safer for a ruler to be feared than to be loved by their subjects. This perspective stems from the belief that fear provides a more consistent foundation for control. Affection, or love, is considered fickle and unreliable as a basis for maintaining authority. Therefore, fear offers a more stable and predictable means of ensuring obedience and order within a state. Deception is an inherent aspect of human interaction, requiring awareness and preparedness. Recognizing deceit is a critical skill for navigating social and professional environments effectively. Understanding the motivations and methods behind deception is key to its detection. Individuals must develop the capacity to identify subtle cues and inconsistencies in behavior. Cultivating an informed perspective on human nature aids in discerning truth from falsehood. Human nature often exhibits the characteristic of ingratitude. This means that favors extended to individuals may not always be reciprocated. Acts of kindness or assistance are not guaranteed to be returned in kind. Furthermore, loyalty, a valued human trait, can often prove to be transient. Relationships and allegiances may shift, highlighting the impermanence of gratitude and loyalty. Power, a fundamental aspect of social and political structures, originates from diverse sources. One significant source is authority, derived from a recognized position or legitimate right to command. Wealth also serves as a potent source, granting control over resources and economic influence. Influence, stemming from charisma or social connections, allows individuals to sway others' decisions. Knowledge and military strength are additional critical sources, providing strategic advantage and coercive capability. Analyzing power structures involves identifying who holds power within a system. It examines how this power is distributed among various entities or individuals. The analysis also investigates the relationships between different power centers. This process reveals the underlying dynamics and influences within an organization or society. Alliances are fundamental structures in various contexts, from international relations to business partnerships. They are not static entities, but rather fluid and dynamic, constantly subject to change. The formation and continuation of alliances are primarily contingent on shared interests among parties. As circumstances evolve, these shared interests may shift, impacting the stability of existing alliances. Therefore, alliances require continuous assessment and evaluation by all involved parties. This ongoing process may lead to potential realignments or even the dissolution of alliances. Every power structure inherently possesses vulnerabilities. These weaknesses are intrinsic to their design and operation. Identifying these vulnerabilities is a critical strategic step. Once identified, they can be either exploited or defended against. Clear and precise objective setting is a fundamental step in strategic analysis. These established goals serve as the foundational framework for all subsequent actions. Every calculation, decision, and activity must directly align with these defined objectives. This alignment ensures coherence and effectiveness in achieving desired outcome. SWOT analysis is a strategic planning tool used to evaluate an organization's competitive position. It systematically assesses four key aspects: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths are internal attributes that give an advantage, such as strong brand recognition or efficient processes. Weaknesses are internal factors that place the entity at a disadvantage, like outdated technology or limited resources. Opportunities are external factors that the entity could exploit for its benefit, such as emerging markets or new technologies. Threats are external elements that could cause trouble for the entity, including new competitors or economic downturns. Scenario planning is a strategic analysis tool used to anticipate various future eventualities. It involves developing multiple plausible scenarios, not just a single forecast. These scenarios typically include best case, worst case, and most likely outcomes. This preparation allows organizations to develop robust strategies adaptable to different futures. Strategic risk assessment is a critical component of effective planning and decision-making. The initial step involves identifying all potential risks that could impact objectives. Each identified risk is then evaluated for its likelihood of occurrence. Simultaneously, the potential impact of each risk on operations or goals is assessed. This evaluation helps prioritize risks based on their combined likelihood and impact. Finally, mitigation strategies are formulated to reduce or eliminate the identified risks. The successful execution of any action is profoundly influenced by its timing. Timing is often as critical as the action itself, determining its overall effectiveness. Opportune moments, when identified and utilized, can significantly amplify the impact of an action. Conversely, poor timing can severely undermine even well-conceived plans, leading to failure. Strategic timing is a key factor in achieving desired outcomes and avoiding adverse consequences. Once a strategic course of action is clearly defined and determined, decisive and swift execution becomes paramount to operational success. This rapid implementation capitalizes on existing momentum and strategic advantage. It also prevents potential opposition from effectively mobilizing or regrouping. Maintaining secrecy in strategic planning is crucial for operational success. It prevents adversaries from gaining foreknowledge of intended actions. This lack of information hinders their ability to anticipate and prepare countermeasures. Ultimately, secrecy preserves the element of surprise, enhancing strategic effectiveness. Leverage points are critical elements that, when identified and utilized, can significantly enhance strategic effectiveness. These points can manifest in various forms, including tangible resources like capital or equipment. They also encompass intangible assets, such as crucial information or established relationships. Strategic utilization of these leverage points allows for amplified impact and improved outcome. Continuous monitoring is crucial for effective adaptation strategies. It involves systematically observing the environment and its changes. Monitoring also assesses the impact and progress of implemented actions. This ongoing evaluation detects, shifts, and informs necessary adjustments. Feedback loops are crucial mechanisms for continuous improvement and adaptation in various systems. They involve collecting information about the outcomes of actions or processes. This collected information is then analyzed to understand its implications. The insights gained from this analysis inform necessary adjustments to ongoing strategies. These adjustments allow systems to adapt and optimize their performance over time. Effective feedback loops ensure that strategies remain relevant and responsive to changing conditions. Contingency planning involves creating strategies to address potential unforeseen events or disruptions. These plans are crucial for ensuring an organization's or system's resilience. Effective contingency measures enable rapid recovery from setbacks and minimize negative impacts. Proactive preparation calculation enhances the ability to adapt and maintain operations during crises. Regular reassessment is crucial for maintaining relevance and effectiveness in dynamic environments. This process involves evaluating existing objectives to ensure their continued alignment with current conditions. Strategies are also reevaluated to confirm their efficacy and adaptability to evolving circumstances. Such continuous adaptation ensures that goals and methods remain pertinent and achieve desired outcome. Prudence, often referred to as practical wisdom, is a cardinal virtue essential for sound decision-making. It involves the ability to discern the appropriate course of action in any given situation. This virtue guides individuals in selecting the most effective means to achieve their desired objectives. Prudence requires careful consideration of circumstances, potential outcomes, and moral implications. It ensures that actions are not only effective, but also ethically sound and well-reasoned. Thus, prudence serves as a foundational virtue for navigating complex challenges and making wise choices. Courage is a fundamental virtue, essential for effective leadership and action. It empowers individuals to confront challenges and overcome adversity. Courage is particularly crucial when undertaking difficult or unpopular actions. These actions are often strategically necessary for long-term success or ethical integrity. Without courage, vital decisions may be avoided, leading to stagnation or failure. Thus, courage enables the execution of critical tasks, despite potential opposition or risk. Fortitude is a fundamental virtue, essential for navigating life's challenges. It represents the strength of character to endure and persevere through adversity. This virtue enables individuals to maintain resolve despite difficulties or suffering. Fortitude also involves resisting external pressures that may lead one astray. It ensures adherence to one's chosen path and principles, even when difficult. Ultimately, fortitude empowers sustained effort towards noble goals. Machiavelli's philosophy is often misunderstood, leading to misinterpretations of his ideas. A key aspect of his thought involves a calculated understanding of justice. This calculated approach to justice serves as a vital tool for governance. Its primary purpose is to maintain social order and ensure political legitimacy within a state. Fortuna symbolizes unpredictable external forces that influence outcome. It represents the element of luck or chance in various situations. These forces can impact results despite careful planning and effort. Understanding Fortuna acknowledges the role of the unforeseen in life and strategy. Fortuna, representing unpredictable chance or luck, is an inherent aspect of many situations. Its influence cannot be entirely controlled or eliminated, as it operates outside direct human agency. However, the adverse impacts of Fortuna can be significantly reduced through strategic measures. Robust planning is a primary method to prepare for potential unforeseen challenges. This involves anticipating various scenarios and developing contingency plan. Rapid adaptation to changing circumstances is also crucial for mitigating Fortuna's effects. Fortuna, often personified as fortune or luck, plays a significant role in human affairs. Beyond mere chance, Fortuna also presents opportunities that can be leveraged. Recognizing these opportunities requires a calculating and discerning mind. Swift exploitation of such opportunities is crucial for maximizing their potential benefits. Therefore, success often hinges on the ability to identify and act upon favorable circumstances. Reactive behavior is a response to events, often immediate and unconsidered. It is characterized by impulsive actions rather than deliberate thought. Such responses are frequently driven by strong emotions. Reactive behavior typically lacks careful consideration of long-term consequences. This approach can lead to suboptimal outcomes due to its short-sighted nature. Proactive calculation is a strategic approach to decision-making and action. It involves the anticipation of future events and potential scenarios. This anticipation allows for the formulation of deliberate and planned responses. Responses are prepared in advance, before the anticipated events actually occur. The primary goal is to maintain control over situations rather than reacting to them. This method minimizes surprises and maximizes the likelihood of desired outcome. Machiavellian calculation often necessitates emotional detachment for objective decision-making. This approach aims to eliminate personal biases from the decision-making process. Emotional detachment allows for a more rational assessment of situations. It enables individuals to focus solely on strategic outcomes rather than feeling. This method is employed to ensure decisions are based on logic and not subjective emotion. The Machiavellian approach emphasizes a calculating, strategic mindset, It prioritizes long-term objectives over immediate gratification or short-term gains. This perspective ensures sustainable success and enduring outcome. In contrast, a reactive approach responds to immediate stimuli without strategic foresight. Machiavellian calculation is a strategic approach in business, focusing on pragmatic decision-making. It informs competitive analysis, allowing businesses to understand rival strengths and weaknesses. This approach is crucial for developing effective market entry strategies. It also guides resource allocation, ensuring optimal deployment for strategic advantage. Such calculations prioritize outcomes and efficiency in achieving business objectives. Political maneuvering is a critical skill in the realm of governance and international relations. It is frequently applied in the formation and maintenance of political coalitions. This involves strategic negotiation and compromise to unite diverse political entities. Furthermore, it is essential for effective policy implementation, ensuring initiatives gain necessary support. Complex diplomatic relations also heavily rely on skillful maneuvering to achieve national objectives. Personal development is a continuous process of self-improvement and growth. It encourages individuals to cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness. This involves understanding one's strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. Strategic goal setting is a key component, guiding efforts towards desired outcomes. It also focuses on developing skills for effective navigation of social dynamics. Ultimately, personal development fosters a more fulfilling and successful life. Ethical considerations often involve the relationship between the means used and the ends achieved. A critical aspect is the prioritization of effective means to achieve significant outcomes. This perspective suggests that the method's efficacy can justify its use. However, this raises questions about the ethical implications of the chosen means. Public perception is a critical factor influencing an entity's success and operational capabilities. Effective management of public perception is a deliberate and strategic process. An entity's reputation directly impacts its ability to achieve its objectives. Therefore, maintaining a positive public image is essential for sustained progress and goal attainment. Machiavellian thinking explores the complexities of leadership and power dynamics. It acknowledges that ethical dilemmas are inherent in governance and decision-making. A core tenet suggests that moral compromises may sometimes be unavoidable. These compromises are considered when pursuing greater stability or success for the state. The focus is on practical outcomes rather than strict adherence to moral absolutes. This perspective prioritizes the collective good, even if it requires difficult ethical choices. Machiavelli's philosophy on leadership prioritizes the stability and power of the state above all else. His concept of an ideal ruler is rooted in pragmatism, not traditional morality. Such a ruler must be capable of decisive and effective action. Their primary objective is to ensure the welfare and security of the state. This may necessitate actions that are typically considered immoral or unethical. The good ruler, by Machiavellian standards, is one who achieves state objectives, regardless of the mean. Indirect approaches represent an advanced strategic methodology. This strategy prioritizes achieving objectives through subtle influence. It avoids direct confrontation, opting for nuanced methods. Such strategies are often the most effective in complex situations. Psychological warfare is an advanced strategy focusing on influencing the minds of others. It involves understanding and manipulating the psychological states of individuals or groups. This approach aims to alter perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors without physical force. The core objective is to gain a strategic advantage through non-violent means. Effective psychological warfare leverages insights into human psychology for strategic interactions. Information control is a strategic element in shaping narratives and outcomes. It involves managing the flow of information to influence perceptions. Dissemination of specific information is a key aspect of this control. Equally important is the suppression of information deemed undesirable or harmful. This dual approach allows for the construction of desired viewpoints. Ultimately, information control aims to guide public opinion and achieve strategic objectives. Creating dependencies is a strategic approach to establish influence and control over other entities. This strategy involves making another party reliant on one's resources, services, or expertise. Such reliance can be economic, technological, informational, or operational in nature. By fostering these dependencies, an entity gains leverage in negotiations and decision-making processes. Ultimately, this method secures a foundation for sustained influence and strategic advantage. Strategic retreats are a critical component of advanced strategic planning. They involve a deliberate decision to withdraw from a position or engagement. The primary goal is to preserve valuable resources, such as personnel or assets. A retreat allows for regrouping, reassessment, and preparation for future actions. Knowing when to retreat is as vital as knowing when to advance in strategic contexts. The calculated mindset signifies a fundamental shift in approach. It moves beyond merely reacting to external stimuli or circumstances. Instead, it embraces active and deliberate strategic engagement with the world. This mindset involves conscious planning and thoughtful decision-making. It represents a proactive stance, shaping outcomes rather than passively experiencing them. Mastery of Machiavellian calculation is an ongoing, dynamic process. It requires continuous learning to adapt to evolving circumstances and strategies. Reflection is crucial for evaluating past actions and understanding their outcome. This ongoing self-assessment refines one's analytical and strategic capabilities. Adaptation is essential to effectively respond to new challenges and opportunities. Therefore, it is a perpetual cycle of learning, reflection, and strategic adjustment.